beautiful people. Thank you for joining me on the mat for another edition of Barefoot Yoga on the mat. Sometimes we get in a tangle, Can't make a decision, the brain's going, you get all confused, we get a bit lost, too much going on, too many balls up in the air, and we feel all knotted up and tangled. So another really great way, particularly when you can't, your decisions don't feel clear and your mind feels clouded and your thoughts are all over the place, we can come to find some balance within us. So we're going to try some balancing today. I'm going to get you to sit down. I'm going to start with balancing our breath, which immediately feeds the two hemispheres in our brain and already begins the process of making us feel incredibly calm. We're going to do some nostril breathing, so sitting up nice and tall, beautiful people. Really relaxed, really peaceful. Don't overwork the breath. It should feel incredibly smooth the whole time. I'm going to get you to use your right hand. You're going to put down your first finger and your middle finger. I have to use my right hand too. And bring your hands up. I'm going to do some nostril breathing. Close your eyes if it feels good. It's okay if you want to keep them open. And I just want you to follow along with the instructions. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to breathe out through both our nostrils. So empty your lungs, close off your right nostril, inhale left nostril, and close off the left one and exhale through your right nostril. And repeat again. Inhale left nostril, exhale right nostril. 3 more, slowing them down. Inhale, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. And last one, inhale left nostril, exhale right nostril. Beautiful. And just release, have a couple of normal breaths, whatever normal breathing is. And ooh, you can feel it. You can feel one side of your brain cooler than the other. All right, we're going to try the other side now. So we're going to go inhale right, and exhale left this time. So this brings balance, working on both hemispheres of the brain. So let's bring that hand up again and just emptying your lungs, let it all out. Close off your left nostril, inhale right nostril, exhale left. Close that one off, inhale right, exhale left. Keep it going. Inhale right, exhale left. And 2 to go. Inhale right, exhale left. And last one. Inhale right, exhale left. And gently release. Feels amazing. So not only your hemispheres of your brain, your nervous system, your nerves, and waking up. Here we are, ready to go, ready to get into some balancing. So we're going to start standing up today. Come on and come straight up to the front of your mat, stepping out wide. Take the feet about hip distance. So we're going to go straight into a little bit of standing. Challenging our brain is what we're trying to do. The trick here is to move with your body, not against it. So let's turn the right toes all the way out, left heel kicking out as we inhale up. So we're not trying, you're not going to try to make this pose. And as we exhale, we're going to sink ourselves down. tipping over to the side until we can feel our hand resting. I'll have to swivel back a little bit. And what I'm going to do, you guys, is straighten up my right leg. And because I'm straightening up my right leg, my left leg just wants to float off the mat. Keeping your face really steady. And when we come back down, we bend the knee. And, we're back exactly where we started. Let's step around, have a little try. So the trick here is not about whether you can balance on your hand or your foot. It's about where you feel your body moving. So you go with it, yeah? So arms up. We're going to sink down and tip a little. Start just pushing. You're pushing off with this right leg to get the weight as you straighten up that left leg. This leg just floats off the ground. Nowhere else for it to go. Keep your gaze really steady. And you will find that you can probably feel like you can stay there a fair length of time. All right, well done. We're going to spin it around with our right foot facing forward and our left foot just kicked out just a little bit. We're going to have to try another little balance here. So this one is almost identical, very, very similar, but instead of going to the side, we're going to go forward. So we're going to try a couple of things here. So the first thing I want you to do is stretching up that left arm, inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to start to keep both legs straight, tip over until that hand presses into the mat and your left leg can float up off the mat behind you. See how it feels. You're learning just to notice exactly the feel in your body when you slow down. That's really yoga and mindfulness. Let's spin around, try that on our left hand side. So you're not thinking about how do I do this, you're feeling where do I need to go to make sure I don't land on my face. All right, right arm up, left foot forward. Let's have a little go. So keeping both legs straight, we're tipping through. The hand lands, and as we bring our weight forward, that back foot just floats. It just leaves the mat. You don't even have it, it just hangs there in the air, and you feel pretty steady, yeah? You should do. Have a little go at, beautiful, bring the feet together, and let's have a little check in, nice and still. All right, we're going to try another little one. This is preparation for Virabhadrasana 3. We're going to roll around to the side, your right foot forward, your left foot back. All right, so this time we're going to balance with both hands. We're going to take off like Superman. Breathe in up, and as we breathe out, bring the palms together. Sink in, hands at the heart. Remind yourself you're beautiful, you're strong, you've got this. And then we're going to lean over, we're going to tip over until our hands land like a little inverted triangle and straightening up. So you're pushing into the earth in order to rise up behind you. So it's always making your mark, putting yourself on the map, on the earth, knowing where you are, and let's use that strength. Goodie-o. How did you go? Awesome? Yeah. When you slow it down and you have no expectation, you'll find this magic totally unfolds for you. Let's try our left-hand side. So it's inhale to lift ourselves up. Palms together helps. All right, let's find our strength. Our strength is in knowing ourselves and being present and flowing down. It's not about having bulging muscles, and we're pressing into the earth to rise up. That's the big difference. See how that feels. That leg feels like it just wants to float. My little foot wiggling its hello there. And when I land, I press back into the earth to rise up. And feel my strength. Because I know where I am. When I turn in on myself in yoga, I know who I am, I know where I am, and I feel balanced about that. All right. Right, so let's have a little try at this one. We have been doing a lot of tree pose, a lot of vrikshasana. I'm going to show you a couple of other different ones today. So this one again, I want you, let's do our static one first. So we're going to get your, turning around like I'm a sailor on a ship or something rolling around today. Your right leg, we're going to bend at the knee, and now the trick is bring the leg to the hand, not your hand. So you want to lean down, you don't want to lean down, you want to be drawing up, skull shining, stretching that left arm up to the ceiling. And if this feels good, as you exhale, you just follow your body forwards. As feels good for you, wherever you want to go. This is called the beautiful dancer pose, Natasarasana. And steadily. So it's the feel of your hand on your ankle, and your ankle on the hand, the strength, the steadiness in that leg that is holding you. Let's have a go on our left hand side. So you're not trying to tip forward. This is what the thing is. As you push your foot to your hand and your hand to your foot, the action, the wobbles, the action itself, so you're pushing back here. Don't worry about what's happening. Oh, glad there's a wall there. You can't move your head when you're balancing or you'll tumble over. So it's about being within yourself that creates it. You don't have to. So what I see is a lot of this of people trying to tip forward and then wondering why they're losing their balance when they're there. So you've got to be in it, binding yourself to yourself. Your knowledge is your strength, your knowledge and your feel. So much in balancing. So I want to show you this gorgeous ditty, this little groove that I always have going on. I'm going to come sideways. This is 100% what I'm talking about, of feeling with your brain, feeling when your body needs to move. You are not going to make it move. I'll show you what's going to happen. As we inhale, we're going to bring the right knee up just at hip height. We're going to bring our arms up like a pair of bird wings, like a stalk. This is the stalk. And as we exhale, you're going to push back through your heel and push out with the heel of the hands to come into flying. And as you inhale, back up and down. So you should feel exactly when it is the right time to be tipping forward. Have a little try on our left hand side. So we're going to bring the knee up and the arms up. Remember, we're flying, so pushing back through the heel, keeping our arms like a pair of wings for a bird. They'll keep us aloft, and trusting in the feel for exactly, I'm wobbling around, exactly when to move to find your groove, yeah? Sorta. All right. I've got heaps more of standing, but let's go down to some of our seated work. All right, legs out in front of you. We've only got a few minutes left. Right foot folded in. We're going to try a little bit of a arm balance now. So remember, our strength is in feeling where we are, knowing who we are. Our strength is awareness. This one sets down gorgeous bone density. So with your right hand, your fingers are going to face away. And remember, pressing down to rise up. So don't be in a hurry. We're going to press our hand down, and we're going to press into the hand and the knee and the straight leg, and we're going to send that left arm across. And this gorgeous little number. Stretch ourselves out. And when you come down, follow your body back down. I betcha you did. You land exactly where you started. It's so cool. All right, over onto the other side. So even placing your hand, how far, Michelle, how far? You'll know as you lean back, there's just a spot. It just feels right. Go with it. Press down into it and you'll have the feeling of rising up. Stretching through, trusting your body, your beautiful bones knitting together, preventing osteoporosis, that gorgeous bone density and that stretch and the pull on the muscles around those bones. Speaking of our strength, come on over you guys. So now let's stay with our hands for a little while. So on your hands and your knees, a couple of things to do here. First one is we are going to send the right arm and the left leg straight out. And find your peace, find your spot where that feels delicious. And back down and off we go. Keeping it all nice and steady and nice and neutral. Back down to where we started. All right, my beautifuls. So have a go at this one. You're going to bring your knees together and your feet together. Make sure your wrist, elbow and shoulder are stacked over each other. So you're nice and neutral. I actually take the knees apart first. I'm changing it. We're going to tuck the toes under. What I'm looking for is you staying steady. So your back is not going to move at all. You're going to tuck your toes under and just push your heels back. So you're actually just going to roll. And there's beautiful plank pose. Completely stacked. Put some fire in your belly. When you come back down, drop back down to the knees. You know it's my favourite pose. We're going to do it in between. It's not a balance, I can hear you. I know, but it's delicious. All right, my friends, so can you see how as well, when you just pay attention, it just happens. And this is the real crux. This is the reason I'm doing all these videos, is you learning to listen to yourself rather than make yourself do something. So I want you to have a little go at this one on that premise, because there's no trying in yoga, it's just being. So we're going to spread our hands out, we're going to stack ourselves so we're totally effortless. We're going to tuck our toes under and we're going to come into pushing the heels back, keeping your feet and ankles together and your knees together like glue. You're just going to roll onto the side of your feet and there'll be a point when it just feels right to bring that other arm off the mat into a side plank. You see, if I had have said, now let's do a side plank, your mind would have limited you. You immediately would have said to yourself, nah, I'm not going to do that. Nah, can't do that. Oh, I've got a sore wrist or a sore shoulder. But when you just listen to your body and you break through those limitations, because often it's our mind that limits us, yeah? So should we have a go on the other side? Yeah. Good choice. All right, I'm going to have my back to you, so I'm not going to see how it goes. So let me know how it goes. Together like glue. Don't think it, feel it. So stack yourself perfectly, shoot those heels back, and you just roll. Just go with the feet first onto the edges of your feet and find your strength, your inner strength. It's your knowledge. Back we go. Big toes together. And all the way back down to where we started. And lift your head and float yourself all the way back up. All right, my friends, my beautiful friends, there is one more. I think we might have done this one before. There's one more, super trust, okay? Super trust. So remember, the principle is, when you're trying to get off the ground, you want to be found, you want to know where you are first. So you're pushing down to rise up, okay? It's a really big principle, it takes a little while. So let's have a look. Oh, this is my favourite pose. This one's called Wild Heart, and it feels like that. So if you want to watch first, that's fine. Otherwise, do it along with me. So we're going to spread out our hands, and we're going to push down into our hands and our feet to come up into downward facing dog. Just groove into that for a second. Then we're going to take this right leg and we're going to push through the heel up to the ceiling and open up. Then when we bend at the right knee, the heel hangs to the butt, and the weight of your leg, if you turn your knee to the side, the weight of your leg just wants to pull you over, and at some point you feel your hand leaving the mat and you land. You can come all the way over or just hand on the heart's nice, because you trusted. You trusted in what was on the mat. You trusted in what you felt. How did it go? Sounded good. Try the other side, because we need to balance the brain, and we find the balance within our body that is fairly symmetrical. Let me move across a bit or I'm going to crash into things. All right, toes under. Have a little go at this left side, looking to make sure I'm not going to crash. So, the left foot, stretch it up, open it up, and you follow it, keeping your left side nice and steady. And your body just swoops all the way over. You can stay. Wild heart is hand on the heart. All that delicious bone density. Finding your strength. Down we go. Big toes together. Remembering your strength. Coming all the way back up. Back up to sitting in cross legs. Hands at the heart. And we're just slow back down. So that was a bit exciting, wasn't it? I think that's what happens in yoga. We get, the discovery is exciting, discovering things about ourselves. And when we learn to be within ourselves and feel, you can start to see really quickly how your brain can limit you. And so we use yoga to free our mind so we can feel expansive and limitless. So I think we've explored that today, how we can change the confines or the boundaries that our brain has placed upon us. How beautiful. Thank you for balancing with me today.